All right, let's not skate around it today. Let's jump right into it. Georges Laraque, former Montreal Canadian and Edmonton Oiler, he, as we know now in Habs land, is a prominent radio voice for BPM Sport in the Montreal area, and he had some super interesting comments to say about Juraj SLAFKOVSKY today. And hey, if you speak French, which I'm sure a lot of people who watch this channel do, you'll see this quote from Laraque that came from his radio show this morning. Un autre match comme ça pour SLAFKOVSKY, c'est Laval directement. So what he said here is, if SLAFKOVSKY plays like that again, it's directly to the Laval Rocket, to the AHL for him. Cut him. Because he goes on to mention later on in the radio hit that his countryman, Filip mesar, looked better than he did. He was the best forward for the Montreal Canadiens against the Toronto Maple Leafs in that preseason game last night, whereas SLAFKOVSKY was basically invisible, and to him, that's unacceptable for a first overall pick who's going to make the NHL. He also acknowledged that, yes, there's pressure, and yes, he's 18 years old, he needs time to develop, but it gets to a certain point where he's just not NHL ready, and look, I mean, I wouldn't say one more game like that, you put him directly to Laval, you cut him. I wouldn't say that. Like, at least give him two more. But, hey, SLAFKOVSKY, like, he's a first overall pick. We're not saying he's a bust or anything. I'm just saying he doesn't have too much runway left to make the NHL roster this season. Like, if you want to make an NHL team here, like, you're not just going to make it because of your name or because of where you were drafted. You have to show something with your play. You have to show that you're NHL ready, that you can handle playing in the NHL. And, I mean, so far in the preseason games that SLAFKOVSKY's played, and even in the rookie tournament there, he hasn't really shown it. Like, he's had a couple of decent to good shifts, but that's about it. Like, Filip mesar, Owen, Beck, Emil Heineman have shown way more than Juraj SLAFKOVSKY has so far in the preseason and in the rookie tournament. And I mean, when you're getting shown up by your countryman who was taken 25 spots lower than you, there's some consideration to be made. Now, let me be crystal clear. I am not in any way saying to give up on SLAFKOVSKY or that he's a bust or that he's still not going to be a star. I believe he's a great player. I do not think this is Jesperi Kotkaniemi, the sequel. I really don't. I really do think Juraj SLAFKOVSKY is going to be a great player. The thing is, I might have maybe just been wrong about him being NHL ready right now. Because I honestly thought that was one of the reasons they went with him instead of Shane Wright, was that because of SLAFKOVSKY's size, he was maybe more NHL ready than Shane Wright right now. So to me, this is something that, hey, maybe we'll need to cook a little bit, maybe we'll need to think about, but man, did Georges Laraque have some pretty harsh words for Juraj SLAFKOVSKY here. And again, he wasn't saying that, again, SLAFKOVSKY's going to be a bust or he's a bad player or anything. He was just saying, like, hey, dude, if you want to make the NHL right now, you got to step it up. You're a first overall pick for a reason. You got to show something right now. And honestly, I agree. I really do. Like, I'm in SLAFKOVSKY's corner. You guys have been watching this channel. You know I'm in Team SLAFKOVSKY. I'm ready to root for him. I want him to do well. But if you want to make the NHL, you're not going to be there because you got drafted first overall. You're going to be there because you showed it in training camp and in preseason, and he hasn't so far. Like, let's be real about it. He hasn't been awful, but there's been times where he's just been kind of Casper the Friendly Ghost, right? Like, let's just call a spade here. And I was the first one to bang the drum a couple of days ago saying, be patient with this guy. So I want to be clear, once again, I'm not saying he's a bust. I'm not saying he's terrible or anything like that. He's not going to live up to expectations. Maybe he just needs another year in the oven. Maybe he really needs confidence with the puck. Cole Caufield, look how good he looks in the preseason so far. He needed some time in Laval last year after going to the Stanley Cup final and lighting up the playoffs the year before. So, hey, don't rule this guy out. I'm just saying that Laraque, really, he's kind of onto something here. He's not, talking nonsense, I don't think. So, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. This is turning into somewhat of a controversial issue. Let's hear it in the comments down below. If you're new here, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.